it to you. It's recording.
Alrighty. So today we have our Fit and Focused panel discussion by Sheena Allen. We're super excited, especially, it is March, and I'm sure many of us have had, goals within the new year. And if you're like me, you've fallen off the wagon and just recently got back on. Um, so, just to sort of help you recenter and get back and sort of remind you of those goals that you have and just stay focused. So I will pass it back to Sheena, who is our leading our panel today, or our panelist.
Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. And this topic about fit and focus comes at such a wonderful time. More than ever do we need it now. So this is just perfect timing. I want to tell you that I am a Savannah native and I am a mother of four, 18, 15, 14, and 6. Please pray. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hold on 1 second. I think there's a little pushback in your volume, your sound. Say something.
Okay, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Sounds a little muffled. Is everyone else feeling that? Is that better? It's technology, so it's fine.
Okay. It's a rattling noise in the background. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can get them to stop that. Can y'all hear me still, or how are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me? Good.
Maybe turn your volume down on the computer a little bit.
Okay. The feedback is still there. So. I turned my volume down a little bit on the computer. Is that better?
We can press through.
Okay. No? No?
That got like loud.
Now it's loud.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay, sorry. All right. So, like I was saying, I am a mother of four and a small business owner as well. I teach group fitness classes and personal train, and I'm also the fitness coordinator for Habersham Branch YMCA. And so that keeps me quite busy. So it's all about, right now, especially finding that balance and staying focused within your goals. I know that Sandy talked about, we set goals probably for the new year, and now, it's March, maybe just started getting back into it. And then obviously this coronavirus has kind of got us sidetracked, but that doesn't mean that your goals should be sidetracked as well. So that's why we're here, and I am I'm super excited just for you all to stay focused on setting small goals. It might just mean that you set daily goals, maybe hourly goals, maybe seconds to seconds, because with kids and a lot of us are working at home, that is challenging to do, to try to find that focus. So I would say the first thing probably would be to just rewrite your goals down. If you have not written your goals down, write those down today and view them every single day to keep that in front of you and focus on those areas.
Awesome. So, okay, you have 4 kids. You run 2 businesses, 3, more like 5 businesses, because you're a personal trainer. You coordinate fitness for the Y, and you teach classes, and you have a family business, and you're a mom. How sway? Like, tell us about your schedule.
Ooh, I mean, honestly, when my kids, oh goodness, my schedule is it's the only reason why I'm probably able to navigate all of those things is because I do work for myself. So I have to structure the times where I'm blocking out personal training clients, I'm blocking out classes. My business knows, they know, my clients know this is the time I have allotted. Just trying to structure those things. I also have a great support system and try to structure when the kids are involved in their sports. Like if they're practicing, I'm not one of those moms that sits around and watches them practice. I'm there for the games. That's what their games are for. So my kids do play travel soccer and travel volleyball, so that does get very hectic as well. So I try to, if it's 20, 30 minutes of a workout, I go get it in. But my schedule is literally all over the place. And I just do the best I can each day. And now since we're learning so much, I've taken a lot of my clients virtually and a lot of my classes virtually. I'm learning this is a phenomenal way to learn, to be pushed to do some. Like I've been wanting to start my YouTube channel forever, and this is just a great way. It's kind of forcing me to be creative. But as far as my schedule, I just each day take it. I try to set my Sunday and write down my weekly, schedule, but it's all over the place.
What time do you wake up?
I do get my sleep though. I love my sleep. I love my sleep. So most mornings, depending on if I'm teaching, most mornings I'm really only getting up around 7:30. I know a lot of people get up earlier than that, but I'm able to make sure that that is my number one priority. I have to have my sleep. So I
Yeah.
don't get up. I'm not a 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock morning type of person. I've never been that way. I'll never be that way. 7:30 is probably the earliest. Depends on the day. Sometimes I might get up at 6:30, but that's fine.
That is awesome. Okay. It's so like, this is my last question and then I'll have Carmen take over. What are simple things that we can do in the house to maintain our fitness, to maintain our sanity right now?
Absolutely. Just getting up, just like getting up off of your seat, your couch, standing there doing squats, get the family involved. If you have a family, get your support system. That's huge. Just get up, walk around, do some lunges, anything to keep you active because it's so good. It's for me, and now especially, and I hope that you at home take on this as well. It is so important for our mental state. It is past the physical. It's so beneficial for our mental state that we get moving and just do some jumping jacks, squat it out, do some push-ups, challenge yourself to get just 15 minutes. Just challenge yourself 15 minutes. Once you get to the 15 minutes, then you can either push yourself to do more or not. But more than likely after 15 minutes, you'll say, that was easy. I can do another 15 minutes. So it's just all about like setting small goals. And like I said, 15 minutes is so doable. You're watching a show or you're on Facebook or something like that while you're on the, online, get up and move. Just move.
Um, we were talking about this before we logged, before everyone came on and recorded. I was telling Sheena that yesterday me and Carmen were having a conversation, and I was like, Carmen, I'm not hungry, but I keep wanting to go to the kitchen. Like I know I'm not hungry. Like, girl,
Hold
you are
on.
not hungry. Like, how do we deal with that? How do we, you know, combat that?
That is definitely boredom for sure. And everybody goes through it. Even my clients that I personal train, and trust me, I go through it too. And I literally just get you water. How do you get through that right now through this? Don't watch the commercials on your TV because that's psychological and makes you think, oh, I really need that burger or really need that milkshake. So just mute the or look away during the commercials if well, Netflix, they don't really have commercials, but if you're watching regular TV or you're scrolling through Facebook, just quickly scroll through so that it doesn't take over your mind. But sugar-free gum is something that I like preach. Chew on some sugar-free gum. A lot of times it's just your mind thinking that you're hungry or really you're thirsty. Chew on, keep packets with you everywhere, in your purse, in your bathroom, in your living room, everywhere, in your car, and just chew on some sugar-free gum. And a lot of times the craving or the urge to eat something will pass and just get moving. So that's definitely a helpful tip. A lot of times I'm like, I can go get a donut because I'm not really working out right now or something. I have cravings too, but sugar-free gum is the key. Just pop it in your mouth and let that craving pass. But it's definitely boredom, not hunger.
You're absolutely right. Go ahead, Carmen.
So the question I have, I feel like I've just recently, I go through stages, I'm going to get it together. I'm going to get it together. And, if I had gotten it together when I said, I'd be in a very different, physical, mental state by now. But, what would you say to somebody who has a family who, I'm a new mom and I'm trying to, I've just recently gotten a routine. I feel so much better. I'm healthy about it. It feels good. And somebody who's like, I just don't have the time, I can't do it. And I've had to force myself to prioritize, make it do I use the bathroom every day? Do I eat every day? I need to go to the gym every day. Not every day, but at least 4 to 5 times a week to feel good. So how would you tell somebody who claims that they don't have time to sort of prioritize fitness and tell them, convince them that they will be happier and it will benefit them and that.
Right. Well, congratulations on the baby.
Thank you. I mean, she's 2, but I don't know how much longer I can say I'm losing my baby weight. I'm trying to hold on to it. But thank you.
That's okay. Well, the first thing I think I want you to realize, and a lot of you to realize as while you're chiming in here, is to give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace and really celebrate the small wins. So, each day, did you get a workout in today? Someone that is starting out, just go for 15 minutes. If you can you go for 15 minutes? Get your child involved. Get them to ride on your back while you're doing push-ups, or hold them while you're doing squats. I mean, anything to keep, because you're still, you can't escape the house right now, a lot of us. So get the family involved and make it fun. If you're not into that sort of thing, I've always been the type of person where I really don't want to work out with my kids, and now they actually really want to work out with me. So they are more involved with me as far as that goes. If you've been on what's the word I'm looking for? If you've been on a routine lately and then now we're being forced to stay at home, get the things that are going to allow you to succeed at home so that you can keep your routine. So whether it be food fans and weights, go ahead and get those things. You can still order them on Amazon and get those things in your house. And there's so many tools right now that are free. I think Nike Training Club app is free right now. There's a lot of platforms that are free to utilize if you're not wanting to work out alone. I've been posting a lot of videos myself, but anything just give yourself grace and 15 minutes. 15 minutes. You can give yourself 15 minutes, you know, while you're cooking for something or waiting for something to be in the oven. Do some jumping jacks, push-ups, tricep dips, or, you know, there's always something you can keep moving.
Now that's great advice about the 15 minutes. So I was like, okay, let me at least just get there. You know, I'd get to the gym and I'd be, you know, messing around, like not, you know, like, okay, well, I did something. And each time that I went, I realized I would be there longer and longer. And I think it was just a comfort thing and getting used to being in a space and working out with other people. So yeah, that's awesome. The next question I have is, being from a family and like having your own, you know, I realized like I cannot eat everything that, you know, my family eats or that my 2-year-old eats. And just recently, and I'm talking about the last like month, I have just like, I just make my own food. And like that is something that works for me. So how do you, you know, for families who are just like trying to get everybody on board and that's not working, or you know, just figuring out what works for you nutritionally and still not going insane or making 5 different meals every night?
Absolutely. That's a great question. And something that I realized when I was competing, I used to compete. And of course, my diet was very strict. But my girls were at the age when I was competing that I would tell them, okay, mom's going to do a competition. And once I set a goal with them and told them about my goal, they held me to it. I actually when I was training for a show, I had one Chick-fil-A fry, and they told my trainer, and I had to do an extra 20 minutes of cardio because of it. And so they're watching. So maybe your 2-year-old is not old enough to tell you, or maybe you have kids in the house that are not able to like watch you, but they are watching. And if that doesn't motivate you, then you know maybe your spouse or maybe like get the people involved in your life to really get a partner, get an accountability partner, someone that's going to really check on you, like, oh, are you supposed to eat that? Like, are you supposed to have that? So in order to make sure that you're not cooking several different meals. I just did this the other night. I made the kids like a Mexican cornbread casserole because I'm trying to make them not eat everything in my house. And so instead of me having the cornbread, I put my taco meat over like 2 cups of spinach. So I'm still kind of eating the same things that they are, and they actually really do love. I eat a lot of salmon, a lot of salmon, and they love the salmon. So sometimes it's just now they're used to it, you know. And if no one in your house wants to eat that way, which will happen. Sometimes the people that we love will fight us the most, and that's okay. But you have to just be strong in your goals. And so, like I said, you know, if you have a burger, don't have the bun. You know, so just structure your meals a little differently. That you're showing yourself how to eat and to discipline yourself as well. But you don't necessarily have to make 5 different meals in your house. Because trust me, my kids get so tired of eating how I eat.
No, and I just, you know, I feel like it's not fair sometimes. I'm like, obviously, like nobody wants to eat what I'm eating, or, you know, but other times I'm like, this is like great, like everybody will love this. So, no, that's definitely a good perspective to have. Sometimes it's, you know, you have 2 choices, take it or leave it.
You changing the way that you think about your eating is so powerful. If you can just make sure that you're telling yourself, you know, I'm eating this way so that I can sleep better, so that I can take care of my children better, so I can think better, so that I can be there for them during this homeschool period and working. And it's so much more than the physical aspect. Bless you. It's so much more of the physical aspect. You have to look at it. You have to change your way of thinking. Now, it's so beneficial for us to be eating and taking care of our bodies. For one, it boosts your immune system, and it's going to be better for us mentally, which we need it so much right now. So,
what are some, if you could give 3 pieces of advice for anyone who is trying to maintain their fitness, trying to start a routine, or trying to like not gain 30 million pounds during this pandemic of being at home, what would those 3 pieces of advice be?
give yourself grace for one. Okay, definitely write down your goal and 15, 20 minutes, 5 times a week. Give yourself a 20-minute workout. And I'll kind of trickle off of that a little bit of, challenge yourself. I have to challenge myself all the time. I want, Reese's peanut butter cups. I love those, are my favorite. Is that how am I going to feel after I eat this? How am I going to feel after I work out? It's so hard. A lot of times it's just starting. That is so hard. But once we do, it's how are you going to feel? And remember those feelings. Don't remember like the struggle that, oh, that workout was hard. I was really struggling with that. And good, you should be struggling with it, but don't remember those moments where you're really struggling. Remember the end results and how you feel.
Awesome. Well, I think we have a couple minutes left. I want to open it up to everyone else. If anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to take yourself off mic and go ahead. Not all at once.
I have another question.
Okay.
I know you have to I have to stick with something to sort of get the physical results to like kind of keep me going. Like maybe, hey, like this shirt fits a little looser, or, just little pieces of motivation. What are ways that people can stay motivated if they're not seeing results immediately? Because everybody loves immediate results, but what are ways we can stay motivated?
Again, like those small goals, like, okay, did you drink 12 glasses of water? Just being patient with yourself and, okay, well, this meal, I like the small wins. Okay, this meal, I really wanted that burger on I really wanted the bread on that burger, but I didn't. So high five yourself for not giving into that. But small wins, maybe there's a t-shirt that you want to fit into or something that has been too snug on you. You'll notice, through time, a couple of weeks, that, okay, this is getting a little looser. It's all about like really too, and this is so huge, not comparing yourself. My days are not your days. Your days are not my days. Just the comparison it's all about being a healthy you, being your best you, and really not comparing yourself and giving yourself some love and just celebrate the small wins and just trust the process. Just trust the process. That's all you can do is just keep those goals in front of you daily. Write them down every single day. Put them in front of the mirror. Put them wherever you need to just keep going and stay motivated.
Awesome. Well, can you tell people how they can watch your Zoom videos, your YouTube videos, how they can reach out to you on social media so that they can stay connected with you?
Yeah, for sure. I have a Facebook page. It's Height Fit with Sheena, HYPE Fit with Sheena, and that's where I'm posting my classes and my virtual classes. I'm gonna probably, I know I'm gonna be doing a lot more of those. And on Instagram, it's Sheena_Allen. I post more videos on there than I do. I have 2 social media pages, but that's where you can find me there. And So those are the two platforms that I'm posting right now. And what was your other question?
Where they can find your Zoom meetings or your Zoom schedule.
So right now my Zoom meeting, so I have a challenge group that I started, so because they've already started with me before Corona, I just, those are kind of a private until I open those up. I will do another 6-week challenge and virtually, so I'll post that as well on my social media.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who has attended. Thank you so much. We will be back at 12:30 for Think It, Plan It, Do It. Until then, we will upload this video, and you guys can just kind of pop back in if you like. Thank you again, and thank you. And yes, we're gonna connect with you this weekend about having your videos on our space. So
yes, I'm super excited. Can't wait to hear from you.
awesome.